Good afternoon. This is Booties and Bonnets, and my name is Becky. So I'm going to be Becky. I know I haven't revealed my name, and I thought, well, it's nice to be known for a name instead of just Booties and Bonnets. I've been in this community about 1.5 years or 2 years, and I started collecting reborns. It was like November of 2016 or October of 2016. I happened to see a reborn doll at a doll show, and I just totally fell in love with these little dolls. I've always loved babies. I guess if I could have had an unlimited number of children, I would have had probably 10. But I do have 2 of my own, which I'm very thankful for. So, and I have my 3 of my reborns here. This is little Hannah, and she's sound asleep. She has a little lavender bow on her hair, and a little yellow top, and lavender pants, and she is just a little sweetheart. She was kind of in the mood for napping today because it's been very cold today and stuff. So there she is. This is little Hannah, and I did her hair. It's rooted by me, and I painted her, and I just love her little face. I bought these bows yesterday at Target. I had wanted to get some bows for my dolls or babies, and so I found just the perfect bows for their hair. So here's little Hannah. Now, Yvonne, from having you on, her theme for this week was yellow. So that's one reason I have them all dressed in yellow. Actually, what her theme was, what is your favorite color? And I just fell in love with yellow. You know, that's my favorite color. And so I had to come up with some clothes that would have yellow in them. So as you can see, little Hannah is wearing her bright yellow top with a little lace on the top here. I love lace. And I made these little yellow booties that she's wearing. And then we have William, and he's a sweet little boy. I love his little face. He's got blue eyes, and he says hello to all the aunties and uncles out there. And he's wearing a little shirt that says Mommy and Me. So he's wearing yellow today too, and I love his little cap. It's got like little animals, monkeys and fish and birds and giraffes. So it's got so many cute things. So he's been awake all day today. He's been a very awake baby. He loves to play with things. He's always very observant and checking things out. He's a curious little baby. And I did reborn him also. I made all these babies here. As I was saying, I really fell in love with reborns in 2016. And ever since, I just love being part of this community, and I am so glad that you are joining me in my journey with these babies, because I love this hobby. And I know some people might think we're kind of strange playing with dolls, but I don't see anything strange with that. I think it's a wonderful thing. As a little girl, I loved dressing my own dolls and dressing them in real baby clothes and stuff. So, boy, what better way to do this? It's a neat hobby, and it's always changing, and there's just so much to talk about. So anyway, here's little William, and he's looking right at the camera. I've got a little yellow giraffe, as you can see. I found that at a consignment shop. I've mentioned in previous videos that I go to a lot of consignment shops and everything. So, and here we have little Violet. And I didn't really dress her in yellow, but I found a little duck bib. It's got 3 little ducks. And she was my first reborn that I painted. And then I decided to root her hair. And I think it is so cute. It is very soft. She's got very soft mohair. And I love her little face. You know, painting your reborns, it's a journey, and maybe the first one didn't turn out exactly like you were thinking, But I thought she turned out really cute. I love her color. She's more of an ethnic baby, and I love those little brown eyes. She's got the darkest brown eyes, but she's a very peaceful baby, and I love it. She's got, her lips are a little bit glossed, and she's just a beautiful little girl. So I just thought, today I happened to be watching Yvonne from Having You On, and she mentioned about the theme Thursday being your favorite color. So I thought that would be a fun theme to do. I've always loved yellow because it's, I don't know, from the time I was a little girl, I think it just reminded me of joy and happiness and sunshine and warmth and all that. So that's why it's my favorite color. I was going to check, make sure I'm videotaping. Oh yes, here we go. So we're on. Oh, and I've got a little kitty here. So I thought while we were sitting here, I was going to do a tag. I haven't done a tag in some time, quite some time. And then I'll feed, oops, I've got a little sunflower that reminds me of sunshine too. I always like sunflowers or daisies. So as you can see, I've got a daisy. I'm looking forward to spring coming soon. It's been very cold here, and now we're supposed to get another storm tonight. So, but little Violet, how I named her Violet is when I had bought a kit from a lady, and she had some clothes that came with her, and the clothing that she had was a little purple dress. She came home with a purple dress and a little purple hat and purple socks. So I thought, what better name to name her than Violet? I mean, I love the name Violet, and she is just so sweet. She's just a sweetheart. So, anyway, here I'm jumping around from one topic to the next, but so I decided I'd do a tag. It's been a while, and while I do a tag, I can be feeding little Violet. I love these bottles. It's an Avent baby bottle. And I don't put like fake formula in it. I just put like a cloth inside, so it almost looks like real formula. But I like to pretend that I'm feeding my babies. I think in this community we all love pretending and pretending and role playing and stuff like that. So I thought I would feed little Violet while I go over my tag. And I wanted to thank all my subscribers who have joined me in my journey of collecting reborns. And so again, my name is Becky. So I thought I came up with some really good questions having to do with Valentine's Day, since I know Valentine's is coming up in a few days. And you're welcome to do the same tag. It's kind of a fun one. It's a good way to get to know each other in this community. So William and little Hannah are going to listen while we do the tag. And little Violet, she's just watching over here. So my first question was, share a memory you have of Valentine's Day. Well, I really had to think about that one, and so I went way back to when my children were in grade school, and I remember they had to decorate a shoebox for Valentine's Day, and to take back to school so that the kids would put cards and little valentines in them. And I remember sitting down with my kids and having so much fun helping them decorate this shoebox. It was just, in fact, I still have, I think, my daughter's shoebox that she decorated. And I remember how excited my kids were to be doing this. They couldn't wait to take the shoebox back to school. And what they did in school is the day of Valentine's Day, all the kids brought little valentines, and they would sign their names on them and say, not put the students' names, but just their name, and they'd put one in each box. So there were like 25 boxes, shoe boxes, And so the kids got to decorate their Valentine boxes just the way they wanted to. So so I still remember that, how exciting that was for my two children. I've got a daughter who's 29 and a son who's 25. Actually, my daughter is going to be 29 in June, so I'm a little ahead of myself there. But and I still remember what fun we had decorating Valentine boxes, shoe boxes. So that's the first one. So make sure if you're gonna do the tag, share a memory you have of Valentine's Day. Okay, oh, this one I really like. What's your favorite chocolate in a box of chocolates? So if you were given a box of chocolates, I know there's always such a big selection of chocolates in there if you get Russell Stouffer or other kinds of chocolates. So I really had to think about that one because I love any kind of chocolate. They're all my favorites. But I thought, here we go. I better feed little Violet because she's hungry. So I thought about it, and I thought, you know what, I've always liked the chewy chocolates, the ones that have caramel and peanuts, and the chewier the chocolate is, the better. I love the turtles. I like the nougat or the marshmallow filling kind of chocolates. I love those kind of chocolates. So, but of course I like any kind of chocolate. I love them all. But anyway, so that would be my favorite chocolate in a box, if I were to pick one. Number 3, what's your favorite love song? Oh my goodness, that was a fun one to come up with. Growing up, there were a lot of groups that I loved to listen to, and I liked the Letterman, I liked Barry Manilow. I wasn't into country as much, or rock, or that kind of stuff. So I was really thinking about what my favorite song is, and I came up with I Write the Songs, and that was it was sang by Barry Manilow. So I went, I forget, like, I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and special things. And it goes on and on. I wish I knew all the words. But it just, has always been my favorite love song that I just absolutely love. And I like Barry Manilow very much too. I wish I could see him live someday. And I'm hoping someday I can do that. So, oh, little Violet is just chugging away her formula, aren't you? You're just chugging away. You're just hungry, aren't you? So my little precious with her nice soft hair, and I love her little jammies with the little snowflakes. It's kind of a fleecy sleeper with little snowflakes, little silver snowflakes. So there's little Violet. And oh my goodness, and little William is just watching, and little Hannah's still sound asleep over there. But so my next question was, what's your favorite piece of jewelry? Oh, that's a tough one. I love jewelry. You know, I've got my wedding ring that my husband and I have been married 30 years already. And I would have to say that would be on the top of my list. I mean, and that's probably the most important one. But besides that, I remember when my kids were in middle school and I saw a mother's pendant at a jewelry store, a gold pendant, and you could add the children's birthstones to it, and I just fell in love with that. So you could put, like, if you have, you know, my daughter's birthday is in June and my son's is in October, so I have both their birthstones on there, and then I have my birthstone on the same pendant. So that is my favorite. I think I would have to say that's my favorite piece of jewelry. I wear it like every day, or I try to wear it every day. But I guess when we talk about Valentine's Day, we associate it with jewelry and everything. So you know, we all have our favorite piece of jewelry that we really like. So please share what your piece of jewelry is that you really appreciate, that you still wear, or that you have put away in a special jewelry box. And my last question, there were 5 in my tag. The last one is, pick a relative of yours who you really admire, that, you know, I know we love our parents and our grandparents and everybody. We love our family, but sometimes there's one person that you remember that really stands out in your life, who was special to you, or that you remember, and they might still be living or whatever. So I thought of my grandfather. He was very special to me, my maternal grandfather. I remember in high school, you know, when you're in high school, you're lost. You're trying to figure out where you're gonna be going. A lot of decisions you have to make, and everything. And my grandfather, every Saturday, would invite me over to his house, and we'd watch Lawrence Welk. So that was in like the mid-70s, and I just loved being able to spend time with him. And he would play his organ, and then we'd watch Lawrence Welk. And he's been gone maybe 12 years already, or 10 years. But my goodness, he had such a full life, and he lived till he was like 94, 95. So I still have very fond memories of him. He was very punctual all the time. You know, if you said you were going to be there at 1 o'clock, you had to be there at 1 o'clock. But I think he was raised during the Depression, and that was really important. You know, time was very important to him. And the joke we have about my grandpa is that he did not like to cook. And so even opening a can of soup he couldn't figure out how to open a can of soup, because my grandma always did all the cooking. So, but my grandpa, you know, he was a hard worker. He worked at the paper mill for 33 years. They had my mom. My mom is an only child, but he had it tough growing up. So I really admire everything that he did, and, you know, in spite of all the tough times that he had growing up, he really, his dad left him when he was a little boy, or, you know, he didn't have a real dad around, and so I really admire my grandpa. So I thought the Valentine tag would be a really fun thing to do. So please take time to do it if you'd like to. Stay warm in this weather. It's been cold and icy, and for those of you who live in the northern states, it's been a rough winter so far, but spring is on its way, and I appreciate you all taking the time to watch my channel. You know, we're all busy, and it's nice when people take time to watch. So, and thank you to all my new subscribers and all the people that have been with me for the last year and a half. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and have a happy Valentine's Day, because that's coming up. And remember to keep love in your heart, and appreciate our community. And we're all here because we love these reborns, or silicone babies. So you have a wonderful afternoon until next time, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.